A storm of fury has erupted in the quiet streets of Crowborough. As thousands of residents rose up, flags flying and voices thunderous, to confront the shocking revelation that 600 asylum seekers could soon be housed in their local army camp. Rain battered the marchers, but their resolve held firm. This isn't just a protest. It's a battle for their community's identity, safety, and future, with citizens donning numbered badges as a symbol of what they claim is an imposed number. The tension erupted into open confrontation with the powers that be. The air crackled with indignation. The question now: how will the authorities respond, and where will this showdown lead? Watch the clip. Before starting, subscribe to the channel, like, and write your opinion in the comment.
Thanks again for joining us. Of course, we spoke to you a couple of weeks ago now when this news broke. So in that time, you've been to one of the residents' meetings as well. Yeah. Kind of where do you feel, as a local resident, you are here in all of this process?
Well, I think when we spoke, which was about 10 days ago when the news broke, and the first question you asked me was, how did I feel? And I said, very worried. And I have to say, from what I've heard and what I've seen over the last 10 days, I've gone from worried to scared. I'm genuinely scared. I spoke to a gentleman who had made his way from Copthorne, which is another town on the other side of Sussex, about an hour's drive. And he lives very close to a migrant hotel there where there are 150 migrants housed. And he was telling me stories which just literally genuinely scared me. And we're talking about 600 young men literally living a couple of hundred yards down the road. The meeting, we went to the meeting in the town hall, and the general, the feeling was scared people. This is not political. This is not racist. This is people. It's going to tear the community apart, and it already has. You could see that in the demonstration this morning. It's going to change the fabric of the community. It's a sleepy Sussex town. We have no police presence here. Haven't had for years. And we saw more police here today than we've seen in the last 5 years. So, yeah, really scared.
And we've got a scrutiny meeting where there are going to be officials for residents to question, to try and get some answers from. Yeah. I mean, they say that this is only going to be for 12 months. This is a temporary measure to move people into this. Yeah. Is there trust that this is only going to be temporary?
No, and that's the problem. We've lost trust in the local government. Look, if it was a temporary situation, in 12 months' time, it was all going to be taken away, we could possibly live with that. But we know that's not going to be the case. It's going to be temporary to start, and everything that we've heard is there are going to be movements to make it a permanent processing centre, and that's an incredibly sad situation that we're in for the local community.
Now, you've mentioned there how scared you now feel. Yeah. You've gone from worried to scared.
Yeah.
What are people around here? What are you thinking about security? Because you live here literally on the back of the council. Are you concerned around security going forward? Yeah, very. In fact, there's a road just up there, Fieldon Road, where I know that the residents are already talking to a private security firm, so they're talking about employing a private security firm. We've just had the same conversation with our neighbours to look at that because we know the police presence isn't going to increase, and there's going to be 600 bored young men with nothing to do, with no money, and we've got to take things into our own hands. If we don't, we're at risk of being either having our property damaged or physically damaged. We've got to do something about it ourselves. And we spoke last time about considerations that you were looking to sell, given your own circumstances with family members growing up and your kids moving out. Yeah. Is that still something you're looking at?
We can't. Our house, we're in the property industry. We know a lot of estate agents. I was speaking to a local estate agent a couple of days ago, and I know him. I've known him for a number of years. He sold the house we're in to us, and he said, "Simon, I hate to say this, but your house is worthless." That's the reality that we're in. We're in that house for the rest of our lives. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice house, but that's where we are. And unfortunately, I can't see that changing. Even if it was a temporary situation, but the damage has almost been done. because people are going to look at Crowborough in a completely different light from now on.